If you're thinking about moving to the high desert, there's one place that isn't talked about enough. Everyone knows Palm Springs, and most people know Yucca Valley, but tucked right between Palm Springs and the high desert is a small community that offers mountainous views, larger lots, fewer tourists, and a completely different pace of life. It's called Morongo Valley, and depending on what you're looking for, it may actually be a better fit than Joshua Tree. Today I'm going to break down everything you need to know about living in Morongo Valley, including the pros and cons, what homes cost, who lives here, and why so many people who discover it end up falling in love with it. I'm Jessica Thiel with Coldwell Banker Roadrunner, and on this channel, I help people understand what it's really like to live in Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, 29 Palms, and other surrounding high desert communities. So where exactly is Morongo Valley? The best way to describe it is that it's the gateway from Palm Springs to the high desert communities. Located along Highway 62, Morongo Valley sits about 20 minutes from Palm Springs, 15 minutes from Yucca Valley, and roughly 25 minutes to the Joshua Tree National Park. One of the biggest reasons why people choose Morongo is the location. You get access to everything the high desert has to offer, but you're close enough to Palm Springs that a dinner reservation, shopping trip, or an airport run doesn't turn into an all-day event. For people relocating from a large city, that's a huge advantage. What makes Morongo Valley different? The first thing you'll really notice is that it doesn't feel like the rest of the high desert. The terrain is different, the landscape is different, and honestly, the vibe is just different. Instead of endless flat desert stretches, you'll see rolling hills, mountain backdrops, natural washes, and more vegetation than many surrounding communities. Because Morongo Valley sits at a lower elevation than Yucca Valley and Joshua Tree, temperatures tend to be slightly warmer in the winter and generally milder overall. It feels a little less harsh and a little more connected to the natural landscape. A lot of people describe Morongo as a hidden canyon community that's tucked in between two completely different worlds. Who moves to Morongo Valley? What's interesting about Morongo is that there's no single type of resident. You'll find artists, retirees, entrepreneurs, remote workers, nature lovers, equestrians, and people who simply wanted more space without being isolated. Most buyers start their search in Joshua Tree. Then they discover Morongo Valley. They realize they can get larger lots, more privacy, and less traffic while still being close to everything they wanted in the first place. It's also popular with people who love desert living, but they're not really into the Joshua Tree tourism scene. Now let's talk about why people choose Morongo Valley. First, it's privacy. Properties here sit on larger lots than what you'll find in many other desert communities. That means fewer neighbors directly next door, more room for projects, RVs, workshops, animals, and just space to breathe. Second, it's accessibility. Living in Joshua Tree can sometimes feel disconnected from larger city amenities. Morongo Valley gives you a quicker access to Palm Springs, restaurants, healthcare, shopping, and entertainment. Third is the scenery. This area is absolutely beautiful. The mountain views are incredible, the sunsets are ridiculous, and at night, the stars put on a show. You get a blend of the desert beauty without feeling completely removed from civilization. And finally, there's a pace of life. People move here because they want things to slow down. Less noise, traffic, less stress, more nature, more space, more peace. What are the downsides? Now let's be realistic. Morongo Valley isn't perfect for everyone. If you're looking for a highly walkable community filled with restaurants, coffee shops, and retail stores, this probably isn't your place. Services are limited. You'll likely find yourself driving into Yucca Valley or Palm Springs for many day-to-day needs. Housing inventory is also smaller compared to larger neighboring communities. When great properties hit the market, they can attract attention quickly because there simply aren't many homes available. Also, internet services depend on where you're located. So if you're looking into working remotely, it's something you'll want to verify before buying. And while many people love how quiet it is, some people just think it's just a little too quiet. It depends on your lifestyle. And what does real estate look like? One of the many reasons why buyers are drawn here is because of the variety. You'll find everything from classic desert homes and ranch-style properties to custom builds sitting on acreage. Many homes offer views in every direction. Some properties feel like private desert retreats. Others have enough land for horses, workshops, guest homes, or future expansion. For buyers that feel priced out of other Southern California markets, Morongo Valley often delivers a lot more space for the money. Let's talk about what there is to do in Morongo Valley. One of the area's hidden gems is the Morongo Valley Preserve. The preserve offers walking trails, wildlife viewing, bird watching, and a completely different side of the desert that many visitors never see. And because of the location, you're just minutes from the Joshua Tree National Park, Pioneer Town, Palm Springs, hiking trails, live music venues, restaurants, and countless outdoor activities. That's one of the biggest advantages of living here. You get the peace and quiet at home, but adventure is never far away. Morongo Valley isn't a famous place in the high desert, but in fact, that's actually why residents love it. It's quieter than Joshua Tree, it's more rural than Yucca Valley, it's closer to Palm Springs than many people realize. And for the right person, it offers one of the best combinations of privacy, convenience, scenery, and a lifestyle unlike anywhere else in the region. If you're thinking about moving to Morongo Valley, Joshua Tree, or anywhere here in the high desert, feel free to reach out. And if there's another high desert community that you'd like me to cover next, let me know in the comments.